Hey folks, welcome back to MusicalConman plays Slay the Spire. Our last run we did a really fun collaboration with the incredible Radioki. Had a lot of time. I had a lot of fun and had a really good time. Also took a lot of time going through a silent run. I think we're going to keep going through the rotation, so next up is Defect. We are on Ascension 1, probably unlock some more stuff, and let's see what we can get going with some of these orbs. Hello, whale. What do you want to give me? Choose a card to obtain. Pretty good. Obtain 3 random potions. Well, we got 3 slots, so that's always strong. Obtain a curse to transform 2 cards. So we could turn 2 bad cards into 2 random cards and another bad card. That's not compelling to me. Or we could give up our starting relic, which is pretty good, and get a random boss relic. So these 2 are really calling to me. And if we get 3 random potions, it'll let us fight elites early. And pretty safely. We could do up to 3 elites this act. Or we could choose a card to obtain. Looks like the paths here go like fight, shop, event. So we could do 3 fights and a campfire, and then go fight some... I'd like to go this way so we have the option of the super elite, but that means... this campfire is the only one before then. So then, if we want any campfires, it's a 2 elite act. Well, let's start here. If we'd like to go shopping, we can go shopping. So let's choose a card to obtain. Alright, Equilibrium, Static Discharge, or Darkness. Static Discharge is pretty nice. Equilibrium is a good block card, but Static Discharge, let's start with that. That's really good against some of your Act 1 fights. And that's a really good upgrade, too. So, we're getting attacked for 11. This is a good time to use Static Discharge. Power. Whenever you received unblocked attack damage, channel 1 lightning. We could also strike, zap, and probably kill that one. But we'd take more damage that way, so let's do most of our blocking. And get our power in place. That'll give us 1 lightning orb here. And we cannot kill that, so let's just full block. Alright. We are pretty much set here. So let's wrap up the fight. Thank you, Lightning Orbs. Let's see what our next card is. Cool-Headed, Stack, Streamline. So, Streamline is kind of a mixed bag. It can be good, it can be bad, but the most important thing right now is Streamline is the first just good damage card we're being offered, and that's going to help us kill early elites, so I think I'm going to take it for that reason. Streamline is also going to be good against this enemy. 15 damage, 0 health. And we'll just block for what we can block. Shouldn't be too much trouble to take this thing out. Alright. And in turn, Lightning Orb will get it. Fire Potion. That's a nice potion early on. Okay, we could take another Static Discharge. Double Energy lets you play a lot of cards, which is nice if you have other cards you want to play, but right now, we would draw this instead of a card we want to play, so I don't think so. And Barrage, deal 4 damage for each channeled orb. So we start with 1 orb. If we play Zap, or we get a good Static Discharge, we can start bringing that up to 2 or 3. So, a lot of the time, I think this is going to be doing 8, sometimes 12 damage. We could take another Static Discharge, but I'd rather just upgrade the first one. So let's grab a Barrage, and let's go shopping, see if we can buy anything good. Or do we want to go fight? No, because then we'd be doing a hard hallway fight. So, what do we got here? Some really nice relics that unfortunately we will not be getting. I do like a self-repair. It's a nice synergy with Static Discharge, so we take some damage, get some lightning, heal back up later. And I like Cool-Headed. It's good to have. It's not the best way to get Frost Orbs, but you really want to get some way to have Frost Orbs. So I could full block here, but I think I would like to defend Static Discharge. I was also considering defend Cool-Head Static Discharge, but I think it's about the maximum healing. So 8 damage, 6 damage, and we could evoke for 16. I think that's reasonable. So it's down to 4 health. We can draw self-repair and 2 strikes, and that'll take care of it. Good jawworm fight. Explosive potion. So, these aren't great against bosses, but they're really nice against early hallway and elite fights. I'll definitely take a loop. At the start of your turn, trigger the passive ability of your next orb. So, we got a few things to just get our orbs rolling. Don't need to go to that shop, unless we really wanted to fight all 3 of these elites, and I think 2 will be plenty. Let's take a question mark.
Hello, friend.
Yeah, I'll remove a card from my deck. We have exactly enough money. Goodbye, Strike. We've got other damage cards now, we got other scaling stuff. Let's get an upgrade. Alright, Loop is an interesting upgrade, but I think Static Discharge is going to be better. Streamline goes from 15 to 20, that's 5 damage, that's a pretty good upgrade, but I think Static Discharge is going to be the most helpful against long, difficult fights. So right now we've got a lot of good scaling. Static Discharge is scaling, Loop is scaling, Barrage is scaling. Streamline is our only really front-loaded card. We don't have... Streamline and Dual Cast help us burst things down quickly, but we have a Fire Potion and an Explosive Potion to help fill in that gap. So, we could do 2 campfires and no elites, we could do 1 campfire and 1 elite, or we could do 2 elites and 1 campfire. I want to take a shot at 2 elites, 1 campfire. Golden Idol! Alright, we'll take it. We can either take a curse, lose some max HP, or take damage. Normally, damage is really risky because you might die, but with self-repair, we have a chance to heal that damage back over the next few fights, hopefully. And Toy Ornithopter, whenever you use a potion, heal 5 HP. That's going to be really nice. Nunchaku, when you play attacks, get energy. Okay, good stuff. Alright, what would we like here? I'd like to get a Frost Orb in play. The question, would I like to block and strike, or just streamline? I think we would just like to streamline here. I don't think I'm... This could be a case for Explosive Potion this fight. Let's see how the dual cast goes. Alright, I'll get a loop, so next turn we'll get extra Frost Orb, and let's get a strike in play. Static Discharge is good in longer fights, but I'm hoping we can make this a shorter fight. And what do you know, it's back. So we got 4 block, we can block for 9. We can also deal 6, 9, and 8. So that's 15 plus, yep, 23, that is lethal. Unfortunately, we have not got a self-repair in play this fight. Yikes, I can't do math. What did I do? Explosive Potion will block for 9 here. I'm not really sure what I did wrong, except clearly the math. But Compile Driver is really nice. It's just another front-loaded attack damage, and it's really good later on, because it draws cards. Force Field, not relevant until we have a lot of powers. 3 is not enough to make that really exciting. Bullseye, we're not doing that much damage with our Lightning Orbs, so Lock-On is not that relevant. Let's Compile Drive. And let's take a shot at this elite. Alright. Lagavulin is going to give us plenty of time to play powers. So, if we zap this turn, next turn it is going to loop, so that's 3, then both of these zaps will do 6, so it will break its block and wake it up next turn. I think I'm okay with that. Let's see if we can get a Streamline in play. Don't have a Streamline, but we'll get a Static Discharge, we'll get a Self-Repair out of our deck, and we will start the Barrage. So Static Discharge is just going to do a bunch of damage to this spooky monster. If we didn't have Static Discharge, I'd say we need to play Streamline just to start killing this darn abomination, but here we can block for 17, take 1, and get 2 lightning for it. That's a really good deal. Let's cool-headed. So pretty much we're just going to block as much as we can, and those lightning orbs are going to evoke each other, and that's going to get us a lot of stuff going on. Barrage is 12, 18, Streamline is 15, but it reduces its cost, and we're at the bottom of our deck. So I would like to hopefully draw a 1-cost Streamline next turn. We can probably kill this turn. So we could block for 11 and 13. So we could take 5, or we could use a potion. We don't kill it this turn. I mean, not before it attacks. Sorry, take 1. Yikes, where is my math? Anyway, I think taking 1 is good. Hologram, double energy claw. Hologram is nice with Streamline, so I'm going to go ahead and take that. And let's Warpaint. Upgrading Zap and Cool-Headed is really nice. Much means we can play them a lot. Okay, get gold, or get lots of gold and a curse, or don't like gold at all. Clearly we like gold, but I don't think we want a curse, so let's do that. We're in good shape. I think we are ready to upgrade and fight a Super Elite. So the choices here are Streamline or Loop Plus, maybe a Barrage. Our big fight is going to be against the Slime Boss, and we kind of want to be able to do front-loaded damage there, so let's get a Streamline going. Streamline really helps get a good split, as does Fire Potion. Alright, this is a good turn. We can get a Zap out of our deck, we can get a Power Played. I don't think we're going to dual cast right now. So, like the last fight, ooh, nice. Like the last fight, we're kind of hoping for Static Discharge to do a bunch of stuff. So this does 8, or this does 3 next turn, and the turn after. I don't think... I'm hoping this fight won't last 3 turns, so 8 is better than 3 times 2. Would not be better than 3 times 3, but we're hoping it doesn't get to that. So 6, 12 is 22, and that, so we will not kill it. With Static Discharge, and... okay. I think we are going to kill it soon, so let's block for whatever we can. So, it gives it a bunch of strength. So 2 strength, plus we're vulnerable, so each defend increases our damage taken by 3. But, it's still blocking for 2, so as long as we kill it next turn, we're okay. Let's draw some stuff. Alright, there's our Streamline, and that's that. Ancient Tea Set. Storm. Whenever you play a power card, channel 1 lightning, skim, draw 3 cards. We got a small deck. We've got a 0-cost card, we've got a can become 0-cost card. I could go for a skim here. And let us upgrade. I think... so loop is good. Barrage does help us burst it down to its second stage a little harder, and I think we just want to get as good a split as we can when we split the Slime Boss in 2, so let's do that. Alright, we get powers and lots of energy. Also, card draw is good with Ancient Tea Set, so we can start our boss fights with lots of cool stuff. Whoops, not a defend. Alright. 25 damage turn 1. Not something to write home about, but not too shabby either. I do not want to Compile Driver this turn, because next turn I want to play Barrage, Hologram, Streamline. And if I draw one of the... I'm hoping that I'll draw all of those next turn. And if I play Compile Driver, I might draw one. I'll draw 2, might draw one of them right now. Also, I want to play Streamline next turn, and then shuffle it back into my deck. But if I draw 2 more cards, then there will only be 4 cards, so I'll shuffle my draw pile first, so I can't use Hologram to get Streamline out of the discard pile. Lots of issues here. So, unfortunately, we are not getting Streamline this turn. We got bad luck there, because when we draw a Hologram, it will reshuffle that. But that's 12. We've probably got a split here. Let's see what we got. And let's just get another strike. Do we need a fire potion to get a good split, or are we gonna live? I think we can live and save the fire potion. Not a very good split. 60 health is kind of rough. You kind of hope for better than that, but maybe we can deal 30 and split this one this turn. We get some energy. We get a zap. Okay. We're always playing one defend. Always playing one strike. And then do we want another defend or a strike? That's probably not going to split, so let's just block. We do have Frost Orb as our frontmost orb. Well, it would have looped, but I forgot we had that nasty little static discharge doing a ton of damage. So it did matter. Now that's a good split. And that's an even better split. Let's draw some cards. Alright, I think the slime boss fight is pretty much sorted. Fire potion is not going to be a necessity here. And that's the first act. Another explosive potion. Okay, this could be fun. Reboot is interesting. Creative AI gives you a lot of powers, but All for One is really good with zero cost zap and a zero cost streamline, plus it's really fun. And these other two are a little less exciting. Let's take an All for One. Frozen Core. So if we have empty orb slots, we just channel Frost. So this could be a really nice way to just slowly build up defense. If we had a ton of orb slots, we would just slowly get more and more Frost, slowly block for free. But we're filling up our orb slots with lightning all the time. We don't usually have empty orb slots, so that's not as exciting. Empty Cage just takes out two of our least favorite cards from the deck. That's probably Strike and Strike, so that we could just... Smaller deck means more All for One. Or Tiny House is yikes. Tiny House is just a little bit of a bunch of inconsequential things. Upgrade one random card is yikes. I think let's remove two cards from our deck. None of those are exactly the boss relics I was hoping to see, but they're the boss relics we were offered. Nunchaku and All for One both kind of work well together to suggest playing a bunch of cheap attacks. So let's see what happens. We like events, we like elites. This way has 2 elites, 3 elites, and some events. Well, let's start here and see where we want to go from there. Okay, loop, defend, defend. We block, and we get 1 power in play for free. Alright. We don't have any zero cost cards in our deck discard right now, but let's drive that compiler and zap, question mark. Or static discharge in play. Static discharge in play seems good. And I'm okay with only getting 1 defend next turn. Let's just do a strike. Wow, it continues to not attack. Well, with that kind of attitude, I'm just going to slap it. Do I want to deal 18 damage or get self-repair in play? I think killing it faster is more likely to make us not need self-repair, and if we do need it, we'll get it later. Okay. Can we kill it this turn? Probably, right? If we All for One and get Zap back, that does some damage. Or we could just... Let's do that. We'll get hit a little bit, but that will kill it. We could save 9 health with a potion here, but I'm okay with taking my lumps. Actually, we'll only get hit once, because the first doing a multi-attack, and attack 1 will kill it with static discharge, so we only took 1 damage. Compile Driver is good, Cold Snap is good, but Defragment, Focus is really good. You almost always like Defragment. Wheel of Change. You come across a dapper-looking, cheery gremlin.
It's time to spin the wheel. Are you ready? Of course you are.
Let's give it a whirl.
Looks like you want to curse. That's not good. Oh well, better luck next time.
Thanks, wheel. And this event is just a fight. Okay. Well, block, defrag. Can't be too sad about that. I refuse to allow you to be too sad about that. Well, our play this turn is pretty simple. can either dual cast or strike. I want to get rid of that armor. Also, Nunchaku. So we do take a lot of damage this turn. And we don't even have our static discharge going. Let's draw some chords. That blocks for 3. Well, these each block for 3, so let's block for 2 and get a cool-headed back. Kind of unfortunate to not get either of those next turn, though. Maybe I should have just taken a zap back and defended. Yikes. Tough choices. Shame not to have the static discharge, but we will self-repair eventually, probably. Okay, so 18 damage, and then that's blocked for 9. I'm okay with taking 3, and we'll heal 7. So yeah, Act 2 fights, we don't have a ton of front loading. These are chomping us a little bit. There we go. Attack potion. FTL. FTL is a 0-cost attack that comes back with all for 1, and it draws cards. I'm not opposed with that. Alternatively, another compile driver is just like a nice thing to have, and since we removed strikes, it can kind of replace the strikes pretty well. But let's try an FTL just to get all for 1 rollin'. Oh, we could FTL right now. Let's get an attack added to our hand. We're going to... Loop, defend, or skim. Looking for better defense. We don't really have any front-loaded defense, do we? Alright, this is what we're doing. Using one of those potions there, just see what it gets us, because, you know, eventually we're going to get another potion, and we might as well have a spot for it. Alright, Streamline deals 15. Self-repair is nice. Let's block for what we can. So that's 12, but it'll give it a bunch of healing. I could hologram a zap or even an FTL. What's our bottom card? Defend. Hologram and FTL gets us some nice stuff, I suppose. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Actually, I should probably self-repair. I don't know if the fight's gonna last long enough, so again, I should have taken the 0-cost zap or FTL or something else. But it is dead, we are back up to 43, and let's take a beam cell. It's another 0-cost attack. Ooh, attacked for 20. Let's see if there's anything we can do about that. Defend. And I'm going to say loop defragment first. Self-repair, we just have to play it by the end of the fight, but we want to get those going soon. Okay, what are our 0-cost cards? We got 1, 2 of them. So we can deal 20 damage and block 3. Or we could deal some damage and draw a card. Let's see what we get here. I definitely like cool-headed better than defend, considering they both block for 3. I would love to get that decay out of our deck, because we are starting to be slapped here. I'll take an all-for-one back. 2, 3. Unfortunately, FTL is just going to be a regular attack there. It only draws a card if you have played less than 3 cards before it. But they... See, now they're not attacking. I wish they could have just been doing this. Give me some cards. Let's get a Streamline in play, and then we can get a Barrage. And this one doesn't do much damage. So you want to kill the big one first here, by the way, because if you kill the little one, the big one just starts attacking a lot all the time. Yep, good enough for me. Slap it pretty good. Next turn we can get our self-repair and some other stuff going. And that's the fight. Alright, double energy, stack, barrage. Would I take another barrage? Here's the thing. So playing a ton of stuff over and over with All for One is really good if you have certain relics that benefit from playing a lot of cards. One of those cards, I think, is either Shuriken or Kunai, and for the life of me, I can't remember which, but we already saw it in a shop, which means it's not coming. So I don't want to commit too hard to Barrage right now, when we don't have more orb slots. I'm going to skip here. I'm going to Smith. I'm going to Smith a Defragment. Pretty much never a bad thing to do. Let's see what this Elite is about. We've got Fire Potion and Explosive Potion. If we can get a really nice... That's unfortunate. If we can get Static Discharge off early, it will really work wonders against this particular enemy. Let's get a little Frost. That is a Static Discharge, and that is just a super high priority here. So, we Static Discharge, we might as well Compile Driver because we get the energy back. And let's get that Defend in play. It will block the first Static Discharge proc, which is something to think about, but I'm also worried about survival. So we get 4 lightning. Defrag is the very bottom, huh? Okay. What card do we want here? We want to take a very small amount of damage here. Probably just cool-headed, right? Maybe just a basic defend. Basic defend works. Keeps us kind of health-wah. So we are at 22. It's attacking for 21. Easy peasy. We also have the ability to heal 10 health by playing these potions. Probably a choice that we're going to want to make here. Okay. So now we can survive 2 of these attacks, and it will not live to make the rest. So really we just get hit once. There we go. Easy fight. When we rest, you can add a card, which is nice, because we're probably going to need to rest soon. Overclock is interesting, but getting a bunch of burns, I don't know. I would take another way to generate Frost Orbs. Buffer is kind of iffy. Let's get a new and improved Strike, and let's finally probably remove that curse, right? Oh, this is a really nice combo. So, Toxic Egg, whenever you add a skill into your deck, upgrade it, combined with... Oh, we can't quite afford it. Orrery. Upon pickup, choose and add 5 cards to your deck, which is really great if those are, let's say, skills that are upgraded. But honestly, Finesse might not be too bad with our All for One thing we got going here. Rainbow Plus is a consideration. I think we gotta get rid of Decay. It is just cluttering up our deck real bad. Finesse is just kind of free block for now. 4 block is, I mean, it's Deflect. And do we want to Ball Lightning? We're in Act 2. I think we need to start doing things that are a little bigger than Strike Plus. Let's get a relic here. Ornamental Fan. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 4 block. That is really nice with All for One. This shop doesn't hold much for us, and we can rest and survive that Elite, I think, especially with a block potion. We just gotta make it through this fight. Alright, what do you got for me? Okay. Simple choices. We're going to try and kill that left one. Then we'll deal with the right. This is not an ideal hand. Probably going to play Block Potion this turn, because we really need to get Defragment in play. If we don't play Defragment, I think we're in big trouble. So, we're getting attacked for 7. We could dual cast to deal 20 damage. Let's just block. We'll take 2. We'll get those 2 lightning orb procs. And alright. So Beam Cell is the very bottom card, huh? Okay, let's do Cold Snap, Cool Headed, Beam Cell, Finesse, and that's 18. So let's get back another Finesse. Alright, we are fully blocked. Self-Repair. I need Self-Repair. It might be good to upgrade Hologram in this deck. Okay, we are fully blocked, so let's just draw some cards, get Self-Repair coming down the pipeline. Okay, so it's at pretty low health, it's blocking a bit. If we can survive this next turn without either party dying, so that's 8. So that's 11, 15. We are fully blocked. Yeah, chunk it down a little more. But not that low. We don't want our lightning orb to kill it before we are ready to repair ourselves. We have repaired ourselves. We win the fight, we heal up to 20, we're feeling good. Okay, chill. Chill could be really nice here. Loot Plus, honorable mention to Loot Plus because it's good, but honestly, we have too many powers and not enough front-loaded things. Charge Battery is a really nice, just one card, just strong block, lets us do more stuff next turn. I like that, but I think Chill is going to really help us out. We're going to be fighting the champ, but just a guaranteed Frost Orb on turn 1. It's usually worth a card slot. I don't know, Charge Battery though, we don't have any good early block. Actually, we need a front-loaded block card. Let's charge our batteries. Let's heal up. And we can choose lose a focus to gain strength and dexterity. No thank you. Do we want a Frost Orb just as a basic attack? We already have a Cold Snap and a Cool-Headed Plus. Rip and Tear is front-loaded damage in a way we don't super have, but it's not going to scale much. I think let's turn these down. Alright, on to the Elite. We have no potions. We would love to get some potions, but we do have 5 energy. Thank you, Ancient Tea Set. Let us begin the draw process. This would be a great turn to Static Discharge, so we're being attacked for 9, so we can block for 7, kill one of them, and take 2 damage to get 2 Frost Orbs. That'll leave this on the front, which is nice. Okay. It's the all for one turn. We are not close enough to Nunchaku. Let's draw a card first because it could be something interesting. Alright, well, another Finesse and Defragment will fully block us, so we don't need to worry about that, but it would be good to kill it. Okay. Defragment is better than Loop, so let us Defragment. I mean, it like doubles the effect of our cards in a way that the other just don't. What's our cards here? I would love to get a Holograms. Let's deal a little damage to that front one. 27, 36. So that's 14 and 19. That's pretty good. Oh, we could also Zap. That will evoke the Frost Orb to block for 7, then that. Then we could block for, well, 9 more by killing that. And then all of a sudden we're in a pretty good spot. We're blocked for 21, so it is going to hit us once and trigger those 2 Lightning Orbs to evoke. I think we're in a pretty good spot here. We can get that Self-Repair in play. We can Cold Snap. We can bring it back. We can Cold Snap. Might as well dual cast. That way we'll get these to the front spot, which will be good. Oh, we haven't played loop, so they won't be looping, but still, they're in the front spot. And that's something. Okay, this will kill one of them. Let's Beam Cell. So we could deal 30 damage there this turn, but I think if we can just keep it chill, we're probably fairly safe. So let's kill this one that's attacking for a bunch. Alright, so we'll take 8 damage. And that'll kill that one on its own, so let's draw some chords. Give me an all for one. Yep, I'll take that. Thank you. Hey, Streamline's in the mix now. 8, so let's get it up to 9. There we go. So, things like Nunchaku, I talked about in my last video with Radioki, but Nunchaku, you just want to, if you have a chance, you want to think about how you're finishing the fight. So in this deck, we want to have Nunchaku at a high number, and we want to have Self-Repair played that'll give us benefits moving forward. Bottle Flame could give us an attack, always in our hand turn 1. Reinforced Body is really nice front-loaded block. Hologram Plus is really good with all our zero-cost cards and our all-for-one. I think since we added that charge battery, I'm okay doing the Hologram Plus, and what do we want to bottle here? I mean, FTL is kind of always fine. Turn 1, it draws a card. Is it that exciting? If we have FTL in our hand turn 1, we always draw a card, and we're always one closer to getting our Ornamental Fan. If it will say Ornamental Fan, but it's mousing over stuff. We get our Ornamental Fan sooner. I think that's a good choice. We could also Cold Snap just for the Frost Orb, but how much do we want that against the Heart? Let's FTL. Alright, we've made it past that Elite. Oh hey, we got FTL in our opening hand. So this is going to be a really nice all-for-one. Yeah, I'll skim a bit. Okay. Cool. Loop or Static Discharge. I think we might get some hits. Might get hit some here. Or we could just deal 18 damage. Barrage, by the way, really nice with Flex Potion. So that would add 15 damage just to this attack. But we're saving that. 18 damage right now, or 3 damage per turn, I think is an easy 18 damage. 18 damage or undisclosed number of lightning orbs. Plus it's only 13 because it's blocked. Let's just do Static Discharge. Alright, what do we got here? Draw some chords. Charge battery. And Defragment blocks for 2. Self-repair heals. Let's get that defragment going. It'll chomp it faster. Okay, it continues to attack us. But we have 4 energy thanks to charge batteries, so we can get our self-repair back, we can play it, and we can finish the opponent. Blessing the Forge is really nice. And, okay, Auto Shields is a really nice front-loaded block card. Lead Plus is a really nice front-loaded block card. Better than Auto Shields Plus, I think, because what if you have Loop on a Frost Orb? But Capacitor, I think, is really good for our deck. We've got a lot of orb stuff, so having 2 extra orb slots will be prime. Let's draw some cards. I don't think I need to hologram the FTL, do I? Well, I'm thinking about Ornamental Fan, actually, so that makes it pretty good. Alright. Less cool-headed. And we're getting attacked for 10, so this is a perfect Static Discharge. Take 1 damage, get 2 lightning orbs. Pretty good trade. Alright. We could just Capacitor Streamline and take 4. Oh, we could zap first and take 1, actually. That's probably ideal. Then we can Capacitor Streamline. So, quick reminder, these orbs have a passive effect that they do if they stay there, and they have an evoke effect that they do if you kick them out. So there we've kicked it out. I'm going to do a Beam Cell into a big ol' all-for-one here. We gotta play FTL first. And I am pretty happy with Self-Repair Defragment this turn. It is adding a ton of nasty days into our deck, but our other 3 cards are pretty good block, and this is going to make short work of it as long as we can block for another turn or 2. So we've got our self-repair played. I mean, Beam Cell, FTL, Finesse, Zap, plus 25 damage. Yeah, I think if we hologram a all-for-one here, it probably sorts out the problem. Streamline also does it. Let's do that. I can't do math, but we take 3 damage, and it kills it. Okay, this is interesting. Heat Sinks draws us card when we play powers. I don't know about that. Cool-Headed, it's more card draw, which is nice with our very low-cost deck. Or Rainbow, just channels 3 orbs. Do we really want to channel 1 Lightning, 1 Frost, and 1 Dark? Just as a thing we can do? I don't know. Let's take more card draw. Dark Orbs are very interesting, but I don't know if they're what we're looking for here. I think either a Loop Plus or a Capacitor Plus. I'm going to go with a Capacitor Plus. Champ is a strong enemy. This is probably going to be a long fight if we're lucky. And remember, not only are these pretty decent potions that we can use for their effect, but this is also 15 extra health thanks to Toy Ornithopter, so that's another reason I might decide not to rest there. Okay, we have an all-for-one. Let's draw some cards. Draw some more cards. Draw some more cards. I'd like to get some powers in play. So I don't want to get too overboard with just playing cards because it's fun to play cards. We could Zap, but I would rather have the Frost Orb than the Lightning Orb, so we're not going to do that. We could Finesse, but what are we going to get for it? So, onwards we go. So we could full block this turn, or we could mostly block, which seems more appealing with Static Discharge. Let's deal... It has 20 block actually, so drawing 3 seems better than drawing 2. Okay, we will... I think we'll be willing to take some damage to play our Capacitor here. Play a Defend. Might have been a card to consider using Blessing of the Forge, just to get all our defense really up to snuff. This hand, not so much. So, Defragment, Charge Battery, Beam Cell, and Barge. No damage. And as you can see, once these start getting full of good orbs, we're hard to take down. We just gotta survive the part getting to that. I would like to... Oh, whoops, we're at the top of our deck. Why don't we just Beam Cell, Streamline, Hologram, Streamline. Oh, and we can also Strike. So that'll do 15, so it'll be down to 249. So when this thing gets below half health, it goes to its second phase, which is a painful second phase. 15 will not get it there. Yeah. Self-repair out of our deck, or just more energy next turn. Next turn we've got a lot of card draw, so we can use all our energy, I think. Let's get more energy next turn. And we do want to start with a loop on that Frost Orb, in case of an attack. Okay, so we've got 16 block covered. Let's see if we can get a good split going here. I like all-for-one. All-for-one's going to block a lot for us, actually, especially now that we got that Streamline going. Get that, and we're splitting this turn, so let's split it good. Could have been a good turn to consider Flex Potion, but we've held it a little longer. So next turn, it's going to buff and not do anything. So this turn, we just do as much damage as we can. And let's see what we draw. Okay, card draw. Good. Card draw. Energy. If we play Beam Cell again, we can make it vulnerable next turn. I think that's valuable. Let's make it vulnerable next turn. And I don't think there's any need to get self-repair out of our deck. We're going to try and kill it next turn if we can, and if not, we got 12 block to start with. We're being attacked for 24 times 2, which is enough to kill us if it does that. So, but we have 25, and we have 12, so that's 37. So really, if we can just block like 12 damage, we're pretty good here. We've got a finesse, that'll block some. I think we got options. The question is, we got 2 zero-cost cards in here. But if we do that and then we all for 1. Okay. Yeah, let's cool-headed here. So we got 16 block coming in. Ooh, charged battery. But if we all for 1, we get finesse and we get a zap. And that zap is going to evoke this frost orb. So 7 plus 8 is 15. Plus that is another is 19. So that's 34 health. 40. It has 48. That is, we are frail, so that is 3 blocks, so 37. So yeah, that is not going to save our lives. Sorry, 47? Yikes. Yeah, 16 plus another 3 is 19. So 44. But we need 48 health. So maybe we just block for 10. Plus 16 is 20. Hold on. 10 plus 16 is 20? Yikes. 10. 16 is 26. That is 51. That is attacking for 48. We're fine. Also, nah. Yeah, so the first attack will, if it deals damage, so 16 plus 7 is 23. Yeah, we actually want to block for 23, so that then it will evoke this orb. So that blocks for more. Okay. Easy. So evoking that frost orb there was really useful for us. I am going to probably hologram back a all for 1. So let me see. All for 1 is going to give us, so streamline is 20, then beam cell streamline is 30, so that's 50. Plus that is 75. I think we can deal 10 damage with the rest of it. We will not draw a card right now because then all for 1 would no longer be in our discard. All for 1. It's you that I need. And barge. Alright, we have beaten the champ fight. Saved our potion and ooh. Okay, another all for 1 is really good. Thunderstrike is meh. Bias cognition is pretty much something you take every single time it's offered. Okay, double the effectiveness of potions, extra relics from elites, or less card choices. I do not think we have... I don't think this deck has all the cards we need to finish the run, so I don't know about taking Busted Crown right now. Elite Black Star is kind of risky. Let's just take Sacred Bark. I think we can get some good potions. So now 10 strength, 6 vulnerable. Alright. Act 3, looking a little tricky. This is a nice path because it's got a lot of bonfires, it's got a shop, it's got off-ramps. I don't think we want to fight all these hallway fights and then an elite, but we could do shop, some fights, event, elite, event. I kind of want to do a bunch of events, but I'm not seeing a bunch of events. 1, 2, 3, 4, but then only 1 bonfire. Let's start here. We got some money, let's go shopping. Okay, let's draw a card. Yeah. I'm pretty happy with that turn 1. They don't do anything. We do some damage, we play some powers. If we can get a defrag or a bias cognition, we're doing good. Or, I mean, we can just, like, wait a while. Nobody has to do anything. Who would want to do anything? Doing anything is for nerds. Okay, let's draw some cards. Defragment. Loop. Static discharge. I would not mind upgrading that loop pretty soon, especially with more focus. Doing that kind of stuff more times is more nice. What are zero cost cards that we got here? I mean, I kind of want to just kill these with orbs. They're only attacking for 7, so we just don't have to play any more cards for the rest of the fight. They're not going to attack for more than that, I don't think. Do that a little faster, and that ought to finish it pretty quickly. Bum-ba-dum-ba-bum. That blocks for enough that we can afford to play one attack, which would be nice for our nunchaku. Recursion. Hey, that's a 0-cost card, which is good with a lot of orbs. Or go for the eyes. Weak is actually really nice. I think we really want to go for the eyes, and it's good with Ornamental Fan, which is over here. Okay. 2 potion slots is actually really good with double potion effectiveness. That's very strong. Another defragment. We can buy both of those things. That's what I'd like to do. And we'll take another hologram plus since it's upgraded. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Man, look at all these potion choices. Very attack focused. Maybe we need to get a claw. Yikes. Let us beam cell into FTL, into finesse, into skim, into zap, into cold snap, into self-repair. Cool, we are fully blocked. Good turn. Defragment. Defragment. Cool-headed is just better than defend now. We'll take 3, but we're healing for 7 at the end of the fight. We're in a good spot. Alright, give me those 0-cost cards. We are going to get hit a little bit here if we don't... Hold on, 5. So 3, then like 7. Now we want to draw a card. Can we deal 40 damage this turn? That's 11, plus 6 is 17. And then, if we use a flex potion, we definitely kill. Let's draw some stuff. We might be able to block too. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're blocking for 18, then we take 4, 14. 7 damage. That's pretty close to within our healing range. I'm alright with that. Right, we get energy for that. Maybe we shouldn't have played that. Well, good enough for me. Take 7 damage, heal up most of it, play an attack. Fairy in the bottle, when you would die, heal to 60% max HP. Awesome. Hologram is interesting. Reboot, FTL. Okay, so the boss we're fighting is Awakened One, so we are not fighting Time Eater. So Awakened One is going to punish us for playing a lot of powers. Time Eater would have punished us for playing a lot of, just a lot of cards in one turn. I think Reboot could be good here. We've got a lot of very unusual stuff in our deck that does very different things. I think a Reboot Plus just lets us say, we don't like this hand, try again. Okay, FTL, this one has the least health, but this one is getting buffed, so let's try and put the hurt on that one. We're being attacked for 8, so yeah, let's Static Discharge, and we'll finally get to do something Static Discharge is really good at. So this will attack us, it will channel 2 Lightning Orbs, which will knock this Frost Orb off the front, evoking us to block and reduce the damage of the next attack. So 2 damage, and then 5 damage, and then 2 more lightning. Okay, we're getting attacked a little bit here. What do we want to draw up? We don't have any front-loaded block. That is an issue. We've got like 1 front-loaded block card, and it is Charge Battery. We probably need to add more front-loaded block into our deck. Well, let's always start working on that one, I guess. Frost. Definitely Bias Cog. And then we could defend, or we could hologram a finesse. Well, hologram blocks the same amount, so there's no reason not to hologram. 11. Alright, good enough. So we'll get a couple of lightning orbs, take 8 damage. These things are starting to get some strength on them, but we're also starting to get some strength on us. 10 plus 3 will not quite kill that. But after we get it back, it will. So, let's do that. Let's do that. I'd like to make this vulnerable and weak, and draw a card, and channel a lightning. I'd like to channel a lightning. I'd like to evoke it, right? This fight isn't going to last many more turns, hopefully, so we'll just block as much as we can. Take a little bit more damage, but that static discharge is going to help us finish this fight pretty good. We have not played our self-repair. We could streamline... Yep, streamline into... Oh, hold on. If we get the self-repair back, that uses all of our energy. This does 20, so it guaranteed kills one of them, and then that almost kills the other, but not quite. Is there a way we can self-repair this fight? So it costs 2 energy to self-repair, so is there a way we can kill both of these for 1 energy? No. Wait a second. Nunchaku! My hero. Alright, self-repair. Cool. Well, that was a nice surprise. If I were analyzing a little harder. Ooh, okay. So Capacitor, gain 3 orb slots, is good in our deck. Consume, gain 3 focus, lose 1 orb slot, good in our deck. Genetic Algorithm, it's a little late to start stacking a Genetic Algorithm, but even if we just got this up to like 20 block for 1 energy, I'd be pretty happy. Is that better than getting a bunch of focus? It's better than getting focus if we don't have enough orb slots to sacrifice. Is it better than getting orb slots? I'm not sure about that. I'm gonna say yes. And with that in mind, we still like events more than hallway fights, right? Well, doesn't matter, it's a hallway fight after all. Yeah. Play a defrag, play a static discharge. It's a good start. I would love another capacitor in this fight more than I would love a genetic algorithm. Gain 0 block. Cool. Luckily, that will block for us. So we can just chill here. No need to use up our reboot. Reboot will also come back after we use our other thing. Can we end this fight in 4 turns? I hope so. If we get this full of lightning orbs, it goes pretty quick. We don't have any lightning orbs, but still. Yeah, we don't have a ton of orb generation. Let's just get another frost orb, and then... So we've got block covered for a couple turns, then we'll just start looking at offense. That'll do a pretty good job, I think. Take another zap. Yeah, I'll take another zap. Okay, looking pretty good. We're losing focus, but we'll hang in there. Alright, we've got bop, 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 bop. Biddy-bidoo papa, wow. Alright. Pretty good damage. Now we're just trying to avoid getting hit anymore. Play self-repair. Well, we got one of those things. 97 damage. That's 30. We could dual cast to block for a bunch. So it's attacking for 32. Yep. Works for me. And hopefully we kill next turn. Our focus will be back down to 2, but its health will be back down to 55. Barrage works. What's our thing at? Yeah, let's all for 1. 7 and 8. I like leaving it at 8. Another beam cell. Another loop. Loop will be good against the heart, but bad against Awakened One, especially unupgraded. Another beam cell. I'm okay committing to just lots of card draw, lots of zero-cost cards, see what happens. Upgrade me. Upgrade a Bias Cog or upgrade a Defrag? Bias Cog is really good already. We might not play the Defrag. I don't know. There's some fights where we might not play the Bias Cog on the turn we draw it. If we draw it on like turn 1 in a long fight, we will always play the Defrag when we draw it, pretty much. Draw another card, and we're mostly blocked. Draw another card. That's already weak, so let's just keep doing damage here. Okay, that's pretty good. We get that genetic algorithm. 4 block, it's starting to look like something. Not starting to look like what they're putting out, but something. Okay, so we want to stack genetic alg. We want a cool-headed, and I guess we want to defrag? I mean, defend just does not get us very far in the long run. So we're going to get hit a pretty solid chunk this turn, but we got a lot of health, we got a fairy in a bottle, I'm okay with this. We can finesse, we could defrag, or we could hologram back an all for one. We don't really have any scaling except Ornamental Fan for playing a bunch of attacks, so I'm not actually that enthused about it. Hologram back just a little baby attack there. And that ought to sort this fight pretty good. We got our self-repair, we got a reboot. Yeah, Cold Snap will do some pretty good damage. And some pretty good block. Am I okay taking 1 damage? You know what? Why not Dream? There we go. And let's just... What are we even hologramming back? Let's hologram back a zap, do damage a little faster. And then we're very fully blocked. So that one's coming back, but these two are low. We got 7 focus. We got capacitor slots. We got energy, we got block. We're in a good place. Okay. Man, a lot of fights this run are just a little sketchy. But I'm having fun. Defect is one of the trickier characters for me. I really like Defect, but I've definitely got a lot to learn. I'll do that. I'll probably kill you with these. And we can do that. And why not finesse? Alright. And that is almost certainly the fight. We got our self-repair in play. We got this at a pretty high number. 2 and get it up to 9. There we go. I don't know if we need another go for the eyes, do we? But our first go for the eyes is unupgraded. I'm committed. We're trying zero-cost stuff. Playing a bunch of cards in 1 turn will be really good against Giant Head. Let's begin. And it does block a decent amount, and now we get to draw our cards and play some stuff we like. I think I'll... Hey, another attack. Let's just get some defrags in play. I'll save the genetic algorithm and the self-repair for later, where we might find them useful. Alright, pretty good. Pretty good turn 1. Dealt 100 damage. Get a loop, get a streamline, get a cool head. We also could have hologrammed an all for one, but maybe we'll do that next turn. Yeah, I like doing that now. Oh wait, have we already... Where did all for one go? Have we not played all for... Oh, we reshuffled our pile already? That's... Wow, I did not expect us to reshuffle our pile that fast. Let's get Streamline in play. We are already fully blocked. Let's just make Streamline a nice big damage source. Works for me. Bias Cog, also good. Bias Cog, very good. Let's draw a card, see what it is. Capacitor, Zap, Static Discharge. We actually don't want to draw all for one this turn, so let's just chill. Okay, now it's going to start doing actual attacks. This would be a good time to start actually doing some cool stuff of our own. There are 2 0-cost cards in there. We do want those. 12, plus we're going to block a bunch with all these all-for-one hits. Woo! All for one. What's the weakest attack? Let's play the skills first. So, again, against Giant Head, the more cards you play, the more damage each card does. So, we'll do the 3 damage ones, and then the 4 damage ones, and then the 5 damage ones, and then the 6 damage one. But since we played 13 cards, and it's vulnerable, it's actually a 20 damage one, and then the 20 damage one is a 72 damage one. And that blocked for a lot because of Ornamental Fountain. So, our deck is kind of questionable. It has some issues, but that turn, I hope, demonstrates what I'm going for here. And we got our genetic algorithm. Stack that up big. Alright. We got lots of slots. We got a decent amount of focus. So let's get that to a number we like. That'll do that. So it's dead. Let's just play another attack. And then play one more attack. And that'll get us some energy on turn 1 of our next fight. When was the last time we got a potion for real? Alright, Vajra, start each combat with 1 strength. That's going to be really good if we're playing a ton of little attacks. Essence of Steel, 8 plated armor. Really good. Just on its own. Overclock, 0 energy, draw 3 cards, add a burn. I think that's worth it. Especially with all for one, we just do these really big turns. This is Act 3, so we are going to take the blue key. And I would like to go to a shop over an event, I think. Alright, what are we upgrading? I mean, all for one is good, but I think it's Biased Cog. Yeah, Biased Cog is good card. So focus, strong. Okay, we get an event, we get to fight a tough fight for a rare relic, and you know I love relics. I think we can handle this fight. We're going to target this one in front. We do have a bunch of potions now. It might be worth getting a flex potion. And worst case scenario, we can play like 4 attacks with FTL, Compile Driver, Hologram. We can play this FTL a bunch of times. So I think we can almost certainly kill this. Okay. Yep, 31 damage and more energy next turn. I think that was a good flex potion. We didn't even really have to draw any attacks. We did it with what we had in our hand. Alright, let's see what we get in here. Cool-headed, defrag. Defrag and hologram a... We don't have a go for the eyes. We have a streamline. I kind of want to... I want to block anyway, so let's draw some more cards, maybe? I'd really like a go for the eyes, and we got a couple of those. There it is. Okay, so now it's attack number 13. We can block... We could fully block. Well, except we'd take 1 from the burn. Or we could defrag, but... unfortunately, we have our all for one, but we can hologram it back later. This blocks for 2, and this blocks for 5. I think blocking for 2 this turn and more all future turns, I think that's worth it. So we'll take 4 damage here. Alright, we can stack our genetic algorithm. We can get our capacitor going. We can draw something. We are blocked, so let's just hologram back a chill cool card. Zap or Streamline does it. At 7 damage per turn, Zap is not to be trifled with. We have not played our Self-Repair. It is in our draw pile, and we're not drawing it this turn. So let's channel a Frost. Let's Bias Cog, so that fully blocks, and let's just... Oh, shucks. Oh no, it's dead. How are we going to Self-Repair if it's dead? The pains of being moi. We can't become weak, that's nice if we're playing a bunch of attacks. And Speed Potion, 10 Dexterity on a turn where we really like it. We do not have much area of effect damage, we do not have much front-loaded block. I think we might just need to take a leap here. What you got for me? Oh, Shuriken. Oh, we want that so bad. And we are not getting it. That is a shame. Sling of Courage is not quite it. Take another Streamline, that might be good. I don't know. I would love a Strength Potion, honestly, if we get one of those, but we're not being offered them. Sling of Courage helps us in this fight, and it helps us in the Act 4 Elite fight. I don't think that's enough. Let's remove a Strike, and get a Force Field Plus. Force Field Plus will become a 0-cost card, which is going to be nice with our All-for-One. And our whole shenanigans we're doing. And I'll take another Elite Plus, just in case. Upgrade. Upgrade Loop? Loop Plus? Seems pretty good. Especially because against Awakened One, every power has a downside, so we kind of want to make sure that any power we have is worth it. So... well, that's some block. Let's draw some cards. Yeah. 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 Okay. I can work with that. Take 4 damage, channel a bunch of stuff. This is the intangible turn. Let's see what we get. 8-plated armor this fight? No, that's so tacky. I don't think we need to get Streamline's cost reduced. I don't think we need to upgrade stuff. I think let's just chill. Playing dual cast is pointless when it's intangible, because then we just lose our orb. Hey, there's our Genetic Alg. On kind of the turn where we want it, too. Any chance we kill it this turn? 100 damage, we got 15. I mean, we might as well draw stuff, right? Okay, so 13, 23, and 28. This seems like a good turn for a Speed Potion. This blocks for 23, this blocks for that. And now we can just do a Cool-Headed or a Cold Snap. And now we're blocked. Thank you, Dexterity Potion. Potion of Speed, you have served your purpose. Nice combo here. Make that 0. Then we can hologram the All-for-One. Then we can just play a bunch. This makes me happy. And actually, this gets Nunchaku up, so we can even draw cards and play them. Nunchaku, Relic of the Year. Give me something good. Self-Repair is still in our deck. Draw it. Okay, no point drawing it there. It doesn't really matter, but we'll do it. We'll get that Frost Orb closer to the front. Okay, well this does 3 damage. And it stacks our thingy. Give me a Self-Repair, and this turn we can almost certainly kill it. Right? Maybe not, but I'm not too worried. +16 +11 is very close. And even if it's intangible, we can deal 2 damage. Let's really style on him. Fill up all those orb slots. Okay. That stacked up to 5. Letter opener. When you play a bunch of skills, deal 5 damage. So we also have some zero-cost skills that we're playing over and over, most notably Force Field and Zap. So yeah, that can be pretty useful. Another self-repair? I don't think so. Sweeping Beam? Scrape. I have, like, never taken Scrape. This might be the very rare deck that could take Scrape sometimes. Let's give it a shot. And we recall here so that we can go on to fight the heart. And we see how nice Awakened One is to our fragile little heinies. Okay. Begin by card draw. And card draw? It will no longer draw cards. Okay, we do have a genetic algorithm. I don't know if this is the turn for it. Let's apply a bunch of weak to this thing. We're blocked for most of it. Yeah. That'll cover that, and we can just make it so weak, so feeble. And we get energy for that, but we can save our genetic algorithm. But, yeah, letter opener is at the wrong number. Okay, we got 1 power played. Actually, it might have been best to take 1 damage there. Now that I think about it, I'm playing too fast, but I'm trying to be an entertainer for the tube of you. Yikes. I don't want to say tube of you again. I thought maybe it would be fun and quirky. It won't. It won't. Okay, that's a streamline. Charge battery, I think is a good call here. I like loop, but we should block a little bit. I don't think we need plated armor in this fight. Not right now. Alright. So, we'd like to draw some cards. Let's do that. You're gonna be weak for a long time. Let's make you weak. 5 times 4. It's kind of scary, but if we don't block, it's gonna do a ton of damage. And hey, let's make it 6 times 4. Why not? That will almost certainly kill this. So that blocks for more than defend. Let's just leap and barge. So now we're defended a decent amount. It's gonna get a couple attacks through, but that ain't nothing for us. Okay, we like the defrag, right? Like the cold snap. And biased cog. I mean, we gotta kill 230 more health, and then we gotta kill its second phase. I think we just defend here. So we'll get 2 more lightning orbs. Get that to the front. Okay. Scrape will not do anything for us here. I kind of want to get some cool-headed and capacitor action, but it's the big turn. We're doing big turn things tonight. Okay. Then we can capacitor first. Gets a little strength, but we get another frost orb in play. And good enough. We got a bunch of focus. I mean, 4 is a decent amount. Okay, now is a big attack turn, but we are prepared for it. We could block for a bunch, or we could all for 1. And get back Beam Cell, FTL Zap. I don't think that's better than block for a bunch. So 16, 22, it's attack for 28. 27 seems good. Self-repair, we don't need to play this fight because we're going to heal up after the boss fight. At this point, I'm worried we might win without playing Genetic Algorithm, but we've got a ton of holograms, so I think we'll be able to do that later. Let's do some cards to help us win faster. Okay, so this phase is over. Let's charge our Bafra. And on to phase 2. Now I think is a good time to bias our own cognition. And then we can all for 1 and I'm actually really glad we got that Force Field Plus. I haven't really done Force Field Plus with All for One before, and it works quite well. Oh, this is tasty. Look at all these cards I have. Loot Plus even wormed its way in there. So, I think this fight is pretty much good. Have we played our genetic algorithm? We have not. Let's start working on that. It's attacking for 30, but like, I'm just gonna ignore it. I don't think that's an issue for us. We don't kill it this turn, do we? I hope not. Let's get overclocked. Self-repair? No self-repair. Okay. So 44 damage, then 66 with the start of next turn. So fortunately, it can live for one more turn. I would love to draw that genetic algorithm. It is completely doomed. Okay, that's not it, unfortunately. Let's reboot. Hail Mary. Maybe. 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 Yikes. 6 damage and Nunchaku at 9. Pretty good. I would have loved to make genetic algorithm a little stronger, but still good. Alright, on to Act 4. Had some iffy moments in that deck, but I think we've pulled it together pretty nicely. I'm pretty happy with the deck we've got. I think once we get past turn 5, we're really strong. Just a moment here. I've got a family member inquiring what I'm up to. I'll be right back. I'll be like 2 more minutes. Thank you. I have been brought a delicious fruit smoothie. I will definitely help this family member with appliance repair soon. What's the upgrade? I mean, we could rest if we wanted to get a new card. I don't think that's better than an upgrade, but we could. Hologram Plus. Hologram Plus has been a really good card for us this game. We can't even afford a potion. I thought we could definitely buy a potion with 65 gold. No luck. Sweeping Beam? No thank you. Ugh, we would really like some of these potions too. Ancient Potion is really good. Good Memories is really good. Duplication Potion is really good. Oh, and if we had gotten less good potions are cheaper. But I think we will make it through. Okay, this kind of sucks. I hope we draw a really good card. Let's face this way. Well, it's not a really bad card. And we're actually blocked pretty thoroughly here. Three damage is an amount I do not mind taking. Let's draw some cards. Finesse. Okay, what's in our 0 cost? Zap, FTL, Overclock, Finesse. Is that better than other things? I'm gonna say it has to be. In the next fight, we can really get a bunch of stuff going. We can also Static Discharge. So this is attacking for 45, but it's dealing 50% more damage. So if we turn, it's actually going to attack for 30. And this, we're already blocked for 14, plus some Finesse. I think this will be good enough. Plus, playing attacks will give us a little block. It's Leap Plus, right? Hologram into Finesse. Shame we don't have a Go for the Eyes yet. I can work with that. I guess we played 6 skills. Cool. Alright, 8 damage. It would be nice if we had Static Discharge here, but we don't. Okay. This is a spooky turn. Let's turn and face the threat. Let's What do we have that helps here? Genetic algorithm, mostly. Genetic algorithm helps. Go for the eyes would help. Defragment is okay. Charge battery is good. Let's draw these. Do I want to spend 1 energy to try and draw one of those? Yikes. Or do I want to draw 6 random cards? Our deck is very big. 38 cards is very, very beefy. Draw 2 or draw 3? Draw 3 is better. I think we gotta go for it. Okay, we got go for the eyes and genetic algorithm, which is about the best we can do. And I don't think we could reboot and really try and get like a finesse or whatever, but I want to draw all these cards. I could Essence of Steel, but I want to save that for the heart fight. If we can. Perfect. They don't do anything this turn. We can draw a beam cell, I guess. Or we could just get more energy next turn. Let's... Well, we can't even take off an artifact charge with that. But we can stack Nunchaku. I don't know why I didn't attack there when that was blocked. Okay, facing this way. Oh, we reshuffled our pile, so we can't hologram anything good. Maybe I didn't want to draw those after all. Yikes. Painful turn, but we've got this fairy in a bottle, so even if we die, we could even try to die this fight. Yikes. This isn't fun. I mean, it's fun because I love this game, but yikes. Give me something good. Okay, we need the beam cell because we need to face this way. Well, actually, we die to that anyway. You know what? I'm gonna plated armor here. We're gonna die, but I'd rather die to that one, so that we can get our fairy in the bottle afterwards. So that gets us a bunch of health. So, shame to use both those potions, but we just have had a tough time in this fight. This is a fight that hits you very hard on the first couple turns, and then we didn't get to play our scaling cards, and then now that we haven't gotten to play our scaling cards, we're in trouble. Also, they have debuffed our strength, which is a nuisance. Bias cognition. Good enough for me. Alright, let's see if we can kill that one this turn. What do we got? Zap, beam cell, overclock, beam cell, FTL. Yeah. Yeah, it works for me. Beam cell. Oops, played it in the wrong order. Oh man, our strength is so low. This is not hitting very hard. Probably want to get some capacitor and get some more frost orbs going, but 27. And that's a bunch of damage. And that's 18 plus 27, so that'll do it. That's a little risky, right? We have to guarantee that it's dead. And that'll finish this off. And then we can maybe draw our self-repair. Wouldn't that be nice? I want to draw finesse. Oops. I did not. Wow, we're going to take damage? No, we have plated armor. Plated armor happens before burn. Oh, and zap also happens before burn. Okay. Fission could be pretty good, actually. I like recursion, but I think fission is going to be helpful here. Fission plus, anyway. Alright, let's see if we can beat the heart or not. 6 vulnerable is a lot of vulnerable. Let's just get that going. And I think we'll take some damage to play a card here. What did we discard? Oh, we discarded all for 1. We can almost play it. Not quite. And let's just play our Loot Plus. I've never really given them much of a chance to scrape. I'm not sure if it was good for us there or not. It happened. Okay, 3 times 12. A bunch of damage, but we have a leap. We have a cold snap. We have a genetic algorithm. It's pretty good. I think this is the time to play it. And it's a little early for Biased Cog. Beam Cell? Yeah, I think 2 vulnerable is worth 1 damage. What are we even upgrading here? Also, how dead are we? I mean, this heals. I think we gotta draw cards. Or do we reboot? We really want weak. Let's draw some cards. Okay. Is this it, guy? You'd need weak and a ton of block. Dang, this would have been a really good turn for Fairy in a bottle, but we just did not get through the last fight. Well, there's no card that saves me here, right? I'm just gonna play as many cards as I can. It's fun to play cards. Void took my energy. Rude. Alright. Well, we did beat Act 3, so that is a victory, but we have not beaten the heart on this run. This deck just did not have... had a lot of interesting stuff going, but did not quite make it work. But it was a fun run, and we have been defeated. As you sow, so you shall reap. Thanks for watching.